Hello everyone, my name is Avan and today I'm really excited to share my journey in the biology semester in HCO. Let's dive right into it. Okay, so the overview for this presentation. And in this presentation, I will cover the key biology concepts that I have learned over the semester and how these concepts have connected in my daily lives and the favorite thing of the topic of this course. Okay, a brief introduction. Um, in my biology journey, I've always been fascinated how life works at every level. So to think that even the tiniest cell is connected to a large ecosystem. This semester, my interest in biology has deepened as I explored how interconnected and impactful these concepts are in our everyday lives. To think that even the things we see or from big animals, from elephant to little ants, even to microorganisms, everything play a very crucial role in the world we live in, how it's shaped and how it's growing. It is beyond fascinating to learn how everything come together and form a perfect synchrony we call as nature. Then I'll also be sharing the strategies that I have used that help me succeed. Okay, let's get to the main topic. The seven characteristics that defines the living organisms. This is the one of the most fundamental lessons that the characteristics that a living being possesses that differentiate them from a non-living organism, a non-living thing, and makes what makes them an organism. First of all is growth. All living things develop over time. That's a huge ability to grow. Then there comes a reproduction, the ability to produce and sustain itself and protect from extinction. Then response, reacting to environmental stimuli like climate changes or over farming, anything. They try to evolve from that. Later, adaptation, evolving across generations. Like if the habitat become unlivable, they try to evolve and adapt to the new circumstances to make sure their generations go on. Then organization, being made up of cells. Each cells play key important part. Like my heart cell plays an important role of developing into a heart organ, which in turn helps to pump blood into my body, which is crucial when you think about it, like making me alive. Then my heart, what importance the heart plays. Later comes metabolism, the ability to get energy from something else and using and transforming them into something that can be stored and used when necessary. It is a crucial ability. Think about a world where we had to eat every single time we had to work something. It is super inconvenient, but since our body has adapted over years, it can store up to almost a month worth of energy in its body. Then homeostasis, maintaining an internal balance. Like for certain things to happen in our body, we have to maintain temperatures. If it's higher or lower, we can be prone to malfunctioning or even like getting diseases. So metabolism plays, homeostasis plays a crucial role altogether. Understanding these characteristics help me see these common threads and unite the form of life itself. Photosynthesis and cellular respiration. We have explored how plants and animals depend on each other through vital processes. The plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create glucose and oxygen via photosynthesis, while animals in turn break down glucose to release energy, ATP, and produce carbon dioxide, which are then recycled by plants. This elegant cycle not only sustains life but also maintains the balance of oxygen carbon dioxide in our planet Earth. Plant structure and plant animal relationships. Learning about plant structure showed me how plants absorb sunlight, water, and minerals, and how they support and transport nutrients. I also discovered how animals rely on plants for food and oxygen. While plants benefit from animals through pollination and other resources, this is considered as a mutual relationship and essential for healthy ecosystem. Plants have roots that absorb water and minerals, stems to transport nutrients, and leaves for photosynthesis. Plant cells feature different things like cell walls, vacuoles, chloroplasts, etc. Plants rely on animals for pollination and seed dispersal, while animals depend on plants for food and oxygen. This mutual relationship is vital for healthy ecosystem, balancing oxygen and carbon dioxide in our atmosphere and supporting the life itself. In summary, the plant structure and their relationship with animals illustrate the beautiful complexity and the cooperation found in nature, reminding us that every living thing is part of a much larger interconnected system. Bacteria and humans. We often think that bacteria are harmful, but actually they play a very beneficial role in our body itself. Some bacteria help us digest food that are used by products like yogurt and cheese. Others are essential for creating medicines. Understanding bacteria's dual nature, both good and bad, has given me like a new appreciation and approach towards their impact on our health and diseases. Energy and visible light. Energy is the driving force of life. I've learned how red, blue lights that drive through photosynthesis powering food chains around the world. This concept helped me realize that even something as simple as sunlight is crucial for sustaining life on Earth. Cell division, DNA, and mutations. The cell division is a process by which organisms grow and repair themselves. During this process, DNA is copied and sometimes small changes or mutations occur. These mutations can be harmful, beneficial, or neutral, like it won't cause an effect. And they are a major source of our genetic diversity. Okay, now that is out of the way, I want to talk about my absolute favorite concept from this semester, mutations. Like seriously, I found this topic incredibly fascinating that it is amazing to think even the tiniest changes in our DNA can lead us to such significant outcomes. These mutations can cause sometimes diseases that are on the serious side, but they also drive the evolution itself by creating new traits and advantages. This really highlights the incredible complexity that almost have a creative power in biology. Learning about these mutations really drive home for me how life can be constantly adapting, evolving, and experimenting. It is like the ultimate engine of change, and I couldn't get enough of it. Okay, the study strategies. The strategies that helped me to learn and succeed in this course. Well, not I have used like several strategies to help me. I started with practicing how the concepts apply in real life. When I try to look through a lens that is constantly evolving, it gave me a much higher appreciation for life around me and the nature that is within, and using clear explanations and flashcard for memorization. I used apps like Quizlet to make flashcards for myself. That way, instead of writing, it was much faster and I was able to carry it in my phone so I could practice wherever I wanted. Then, using clear explanations. This also helped me understand something. When I don't understand, I will like put it in AIs and ask them to explain this to me like I was a 5 year old, and they will also like tell me, and I will record it and hear it over and over so it etched in my brain so it is easier for me to recall because now I have practiced it multiple times to a point it has transferred into my long-term memory. Then other things I used was visual aids. Like I used to put when my professor gives a PowerPoint, I used to download it and like put a little bit of photos or and like summary boxes next to it, and that way like when I'm referring back, like I connect that something to something I do in real life, so it helped me to pinpoint or instantly remember things which helped me at like a huge margin. The other thing that helped me is engaging with the material regularly, because if even if I study one material for one day and if I just leave it like that, when I come the next week, I won't remember anything because brain doesn't easily register something for the one time, but it registers when it has been seen multiple times. That signals our brain telling that okay, this thing is happening multiple times. I need to know how to overcome this or how to be better at it next time when I encounter it. So brain always tends to take the path of least resistance. So every time I try to relearn it, the brain doesn't want to do it. So it will try to learn faster and store it into the long-term memory so I don't have to repeat it much times. But going over in an interval of days really helped in storing that information back into the brain. And those were the things I used mainly. And also note taking, I made sure to write down when my professor was stressing something, like she was hinting this was important. I always made sure to write it down, and most of the times it did come in the exams and the questionnaires. So I'm happy I did that. Note taking and use of multiple sites like this helped me a huge margin of. I'm a person who also struggles with ADHD, so when I made it colorful with pictures and symbols, it made me much easier to focus, concentrate, and improve my learning outcome. And closing thoughts. In conclusion, I wrote here, we belong to nature, and through biology, we discover the endless beauty of the world around us. Wow! In biology, I have come to see nature not just as something that is around us, but as something that we are. We are the part of the nature. Every process, from photosynthesis to DNA replication, reminds me how deeply we have woven into the life's fabric. We owe nature an immense gratitude for the air we breathe, for the food we eat, for the balance that lives thrive. It is humbling to realize how much we depend on these silent, ancient systems. Let us carry this gratitude forward. Thank you so much for listening, and I love to hear your thoughts and questions about this. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.